Ooh, nice checkered tie, Mr. Newbold. Well, thank you. Thanks for being here to finish off our review. So 28 is where we left off. We went through factors of 24 and we listed all the possible factors without repeating, and then plus or minus all of them, right? Here's our pluses and here's our minuses. We plus or minus all those. So the hint I'm going to give you for the test, right? This is a test hint. Write it on your note card if you get one. So here's your test hint. So you want to start with the lowest, right? Start with the lowest possible zeros. So start with the lowest zeros first when you're checking. Start with 1, a negative 1. Start with 2, negative 2. And then you'll find those zeros. You'll find those zeros pretty fast, right? Maybe even 3 and 4. Don't do the higher ones because we'll do the lower ones just to save you some time. Cool. So they didn't give us any zeros. They want us to do synthetic or long division. They didn't give us any zeros. So we're going to go ahead and plug those into our calculator. And notice that do not use your calculator, but you will on the test. So, I mean, if you didn't have a calculator, you just have to take 1 and plug all those in, basically, and see if you get a remainder of 0 or not. So then we'll grab our calculator to show you how to do it. So let's start with 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to go 1 STO arrow above the on button, store. So 1, store into x, push enter. Now x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. So then you plug on the equation. So we go x to the 4th power, right arrow, minus 2 times 1, right? Oops, it's supposed to be x equal because they're all x's. So x to the 4th power, you could plug in 1, it's pretty easy there. So x to the 4th power, minus 2x to the 3rd power, right arrow, get out of the exponential there, minus 11x squared, and then plus 6x, and then plus 24. Way-o. And we got a remainder of 18, which means it doesn't work. So now we go ahead and try negative 1. So now we store negative 1 into x, and then we go up, and try it again. Whoa, it just does it for you? Yeah, you've already typed it in once, you don't have to type it in again. You don't have to type it in again. So we push enter, and we get 10. Darn, negative 1 doesn't work either. Let's try 2. So then we're going to go ahead and store 2. So 2 is going to store in there for x. And then you can also do second enter. Did you know that? So you can do second enter, and that'll give you the 1 there. Negative 8. Wow, 2 is not working either. This is not as, it will on the test. 1, 2, 3, 4, one of those will work. Okay, so we'll try negative 2. So we're going to store negative 2 now in for x. And we're going to try one more time. Second enter, second enter. Woo, we got it. So negative 2 is one of our zeros. Negative 2 is one of our zeros. So now we're going to use negative 2 as one of our zeros, and we're going to do synthetic division. So 1, negative 2. Leave the x's. Don't bring the x's with you. They hurt your feelings. Don't bring the x's with you. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 11, 6, and 24. So now you remember how to do synthetic division. You bring down the 1, and then you times it. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 and negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 and negative 4 is positive 8. With the negative 11 is negative 3. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. And 6 plus 6 is 12. And negative 2 and 12 times 12 is negative 24. We did it. So then we're going to hope and pray each day that this factors. Remember, it's 1 power less, so 1x to the not 4th power, but 3rd power, minus 4x squared, minus 3x plus 12. Ooh, that's looking promising. Divide down the middle. So then we can go ahead and pull out a what? What can we pull out there? What do they have in common? We can pull out an x squared. So if we pull out an x squared, the GCF. GCF, pull out an x squared. So we get x, what, minus 4? And then, that negative with the 3 is on the wrong side. So you're going to have to divide a negative out. So we divide by a negative 3, not just a 3, but a negative 3. And the reason why we're doing that, the reason why we're doing a -3, not just a +3, is because that's going to change the sign and put the negative at the end. So then negative and negative is a positive. Those cancel. X minus 4. Woo! We got it. So here's our other roots. So we have an x minus 4 as one of our roots. Good. And then another one we have is the x squared that's left, as well as the -3. So x squared and the -3, right? X squared and the -3 is our other roots, plus the one we found up here, which was a -2. Good. So that's actually an x plus 2. And so to find all the zeros now, we have an x equals 4. We have an x equals -2. Opposite sign. Opposite sign. And what about that one? Ugh. We have an x squared minus 3 set equal to 0. And we add 3 to the other side. So we get an x squared equals 3. And that's right, got to square root both sides. So we get a plus or minus, right? We get an x equals positive radical 3 and an x equals minus radical 3. Woo! Yeah, we found all the roots. That was crazy. They didn't even give us the roots to divide into it, which is what you didn't learn last year. Because this year, can I name drop you guys? Sure. Emily and Ben and Isaac, who took math with me last year. Do you guys remember doing synthetic division? But they gave you the factor to divide it into, didn't they? But this year, they're saying, okay, good luck there, nothing to do. So you have to list all the factors and try putting each one in, doing synthetic division over and over and over until you get a 0. That's your first factor, and then you can factor the rest. Whew, hardcore, but we did it. Hardcore, but we did it, right? Yeah. Let's take a look there. So 7 minutes. Can I go a little bit more, you guys? Is that okay? Is that okay? Thanks. Is that okay, Ben, Emily? Just one little bit more? Thanks. Making our math video. Right there to help you guys. Thanks for being here. 2024. Name dropped you. You're immortalized now. Woo! Okay, let's see here. Oh, you know what that means? That means that when you guys have math lab or math with me, your children do, then you, that was me, he was name dropping. And they'll be like, wow, Mom, Dad, what? Okay, so then we have to, factors of 14 are 2 and 7, 1 and 14. And we got 2 and 1 as well to worry about. So that means we have x plus or minus. X plus or minus, we have our 2, x equals plus or minus 2. Forgot the 1. 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 7 plus or minus 14. But also, we also have the divided by 2 part. And so that means you're going to do the exact same thing, but this time you're going to take those and you're going to go ahead and divide them by divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. Now the neat thing is 14 divided by 2 is 7, and that's already covered there. So we technically don't have to worry about this one. And then 2 divided by 2 is a 1, so that's already there, so we don't have to worry about this one. And so now these are all of the possibilities that we need to try, right? That we need to try. I see, yeah. So what you do next again is you use your calculator this time, and then you do the same equation, and let's try 1. So 1 stores in for x, and now second enter, second enter. Ooh, so we have a 2 in front, so I'm going to go ahead and insert a 2 in there. Second insert a 2, x to the 4th power, plus, delete, that's x to the 3rd power, minus 14 x squared plus x, and then plus 14. And let's see if we got it. We did not get it. So we try -1 next. Thanks for making it, you guys. Just making a video right now. So -1 stores into x. Good. There we go. So then we go second enter, brings up the last thing you did. She did good on the test. Oh. Yeah, I'll show you in a second. And so -1 works. We found one of our factors. While we're at it, let's try see if there's more, because we might need another. I have a feeling we might need more than one on this one. So we store 2 into x, and then we go second enter, see if 2 works. And 2 works! That was so lucky this time, guys. I didn't know which ones they were. So it's -1 and 2. So x equals -1 is a factor, and x equals 2 is a factor, because they both have remainders of 0. So now we do synthetic division now. So -1. Doesn't matter the order, either of them will work. So we go 2, 1, -14, 1, 14. Bring down the 2 first. -1 times 2. And you can learn for a second with me if you want. Can I name drop you? Ryan! This is called synthetic division.
Whoa.
Use these numbers from the corresponding polynomial, and then you take the factor and you multiply, combine it, multiply, combine it, multiply, combine it, multiply, combine it. So -1 times 2 is a -2. -2 plus a 1 there, or with a +1 is a -1. -1 times -1 is a +1. And then that's, add those together, or combine them basically, you get -13. -1 and -13 is +13. 13, 1 and 14. And -1 and 14 is -14. We got a remainder of 0. So that's good. But the tricky part is that 13 and 14 is not going to be factorable. You can't pull out a GCF there. What does that mean? What do you mean you can't factor in and get your answer like this one, right? We just factored our answer, right? Yep, you can't do it on this one. This one you have to do synthetic division one more time. Whoa, this is just like 1050. So one more time. So this one was already done. Now we're going to do this one next. So now we go 2 into the answer. Whoa, whoa. 2 into the answer we just got. Bring down the 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 with the -1 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. -13 is 6 is -7. 2 and -7 is a -14. And then we get a 0. And so then we get 2x squared plus 3x minus 7. No. Yay! Thanks for being on our video.
Yeah!
So then we have to do the quadratic. We have to do the quadratic formula, right? Not the quadratic formula. Maybe it'll factor. Yeah, probably not. So use the quadratic formula. A equals 2, B equals 3, and C equals -7. So x equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared plus a -4ac all over 2a.
Yay!
Yay! So then we get x equals -3 plus or minus. This is a 9. 2 and 4 is a -8. -8 with a -7 is positive 56. So we got 9 plus 56 over 4. And so that's 63? 63, that seems a little crazy, no? No, maybe it's good. So 9 plus 56 is, yep, 63.
65.
I think it's 63. Is it 60? Oh, is it 65? Yeah, maybe it is 65. Because you go 4, and then you go 5 more. Good job, thanks for your help. So -3 plus or minus the square root of 65, which doesn't really break down. I mean, it breaks down into maybe 65 divided by 5. Yeah, that doesn't really break down. So that'll just be our answer. So again, we have our factor 2. We have our other factor, our other 0, which is -1 that we found. Good. And then our other 2 factors is x equals a -3 plus radical 65 over 4 and a -3 minus radical 65 over 4. So evil. Evil, evil, weevil. So evil. There we go. Thanks for watching. One more to go. Last page. So thanks for watching. Last page. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.